So, let's talk about inner strength. Have you ever really stopped to think about what it is? It's one of those things people talk about like it's this magical quality you either have or you don't. But what if that's not true? What if it's something you can actually build and train and develop, just like any other skill? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into. How to take this big idea and turn it into something real you can practice.
And this right here, this one single idea, is a total game changer. Thinking of your inner strength not as some fixed thing, but as a muscle that gets stronger with exercise, well, that reframes everything, doesn't it? It means no one is stuck. It means every single one of us has the potential to get stronger.
Okay, so that's the big question, right? If it's a muscle, where's the gym? What are the exercises? That's exactly what we're going to lay out for you. Consider this your practical, step-by-step workout plan for that very muscle.
All right, first things first. Part 1. What even is inner strength when we get right down to it?
It's really that simple and at the same time, that profound. This isn't about being fearless or pretending you're never overwhelmed. Nope. It's about that power source deep inside, in your heart and your mind, that you can tap into when life gets heavy. And just look at how relatable these examples are. We're not talking about some heroic, once-in-a-lifetime act. We're talking about the simple grit to finish a tough project or the resilience to dust yourself off and try again after a setback. This is the stuff of everyday life.
Okay, so we've got the definition down. Now for part 2. Let's make this concept real. How do we take it from just an idea in our heads to something we can actually feel? Now, this is a really simple but honestly a pretty powerful exercise. I want you to play along with me here. Just mentally stand up if one of these hits home for you. Ready? Have you ever helped someone out even when you were totally drained? Kept going when you really wanted to quit? Failed at something but got back up and tried again? Stood up for somebody else? Or managed to stay calm in a heated moment? So if you stood up, even just once, that's it. That's the proof. You've demonstrated inner strength. See? This isn't some rare superpower reserved for a chosen few. It's something you already have, and you've probably used it way more often than you even realize.
All right, so we know these moments exist. The next step, we're going to grab onto one of them. That brings us to part 3, finding your own personal story of strength.
This right here, this is the real core of the workout. And the prompt couldn't be simpler. Just think of a specific time. A moment when things were tough, really tough, but you didn't give up. The whole goal is just to bring that memory right into focus.
And here's the task. Try to capture that story in about 10 sentences. Now, why 10? Well, it's kind of the sweet spot, you know? It's long enough to get the important details in, but it's short enough that it forces you to focus on the essential parts, the challenge, what you felt, and what you actually did.
Now, telling the story to yourself is one thing, but the real strength building, that happens when we share it. So let's get into part 4, the power of sharing. This is where the muscle really starts to get a workout.
And notice how this is set up. It's all about building confidence. You're not asked to just, stand on a stage and shout your story. No, you start small, just one other person in a safe space. After that, sharing with a bigger group suddenly feels way less scary. It's like a progressive workout for your confidence.
All right, now for a really fascinating and super modern twist in this process. How on earth can technology, specifically AI, play a role in cultivating something as deeply human as inner strength? It might sound a little weird, but check this out.
This is the actual prompt someone would give to an AI, like ChatGPT, and it's brilliant, isn't it? It basically turns the AI into the perfect practice partner. It's not going to judge you. It knows exactly what you're trying to do, practice talking about your strengths, and you're literally asking it to correct you.
And this creates this awesome little feedback loop. First, you tell your story. Then the AI asks you follow-up questions, which makes you think even deeper. You answer those questions, getting more practice speaking, and boom, you get instant private feedback on your language. What an incredible way to build confidence, right? And hey, it doesn't even have to stop with that first story. You can actually guide the AI to expand the conversation, to ask about other things like your family or your friends. This just keeps the workout going, strengthening your ability to talk about the important parts of your life with way more confidence.
Okay, let's bring this all home. The big conclusion. Strength is a muscle. Think about it. This whole process we just walked through, defining it, finding your story, sharing it, even practicing with an AI, all of that, those were the reps. You've been working out that inner strength muscle the entire time.
And what you start to realize is that inner strength isn't just this one vague thing. It's actually a combination of other powerful virtues. It's the courage it takes to share your story, the perseverance to get back up when you fall, and the calmness you can find even when things feel chaotic.
And that brings us to the most important part of all. This can't just be a theoretical exercise. The real question is for you. How are you going to apply this? Think about your day tomorrow. What's one small, concrete way you can consciously practice and show your inner strength? So ultimately, we end up right back where we began. This whole idea isn't about waiting for some huge crisis to find out if you're strong enough. It's all about the daily practice. It's about choosing to help when you're tired, choosing to try again, choosing to stay calm. Because every single time you do, you're making that muscle just a little bit stronger.